Hello and welcome to another episode of 100 Yards of Football, Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors versus the UCLA Bruins game preview. It's our first preview for the 2021 season. It's Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Jeremiah? You mentioned it, man. It's our first game preview we're doing here on 100 Yards of Football for this 2021 season. The season's coming up August 28th, so it's right around the corner, man. We got about 2 weeks left, and it's going to be great to see. We got a good matchup here with the Rainbow Warriors out of Hawaii going to be against the UCLA Bruins. I'm ready to see it, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be on ESPN. It's going to be at the Rose Bowl Stadium, so it's going to be nice to see. It's going to be fun, and college football is back.
That is what is up. Well, for everybody watching, please tell us what game previews are you most excited for? Are you going to be watching the Rainbow Warriors? Are you going to be watching the Bruins? Are you excited just to see football again? Are you going to go to the game in person? Are you going to watch on ESPN? Tell us. We want to hear all about what you're going to do. And without further ado, Mr. Landers, tell us what we have looked forward to with this season opener for college football with the Rainbow Warriors and the Bruins.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good matchup, man. I think these are two pretty good teams. I think that you have Hawaii, who's coming off a pretty decent 5-4 2020 record. I think they are going to improve. We did our team preview on them just about a week or two ago. But I think that the key for this game for both teams is going to be whose defense is going to be the strongest. Because both these teams thrive on defense. For Hawaii, they have a huge bulk of guys on the defensive front who are going to stop you, who have speed. They're not big guys, but they're going to run around all over the place. And their backfield, I think they're going to have an issue. They're going to have cause some problems for that Bruins offense. So I think Hawaii, they are going to have a good season. I think that these are kind of two, I would say, somewhat evenly matched teams. I think the passing game is going to be good for Hawaii. They should be fine with that. I think they're going to be run the ball pretty good as well. But their defense is really what's going to get them a good bit of wins this season. And I think that you have guys like Darius Masawa, who's going to be solid. He's got veterans around him as well. You have Corey Bethley, who had 153 tackles over his last 2 seasons for the Rainbow Warriors, who are going to help out. You also have Cortez Davis as a nice cornerback, and Cameron Lockridge as well, who are going to be helping, deflecting some balls and getting some interceptions. So I think that's really going to help out. And I think they are going to get a good bit of pressure on the QB as well. I expect maybe a sack or two, especially early on in the season. They're getting guys who are going to be helping out. And I think that Hawaii is going to make this a very competitive game. I think they are going to score a good bit of points. Not a whole lot, but I think they get at least 3 touchdowns on the day. And I think that they are going to cause some issues for the Bruins, who I expect a lot of this season. But I don't think Hawaii's just going to lay down and the Bruins are going to run all over them and score 48-0. I think Hawaii's going to put up a good fight. But let's go over to the Bruins and who you need to know and what they could do to win this ball game. So obviously you have the quarterback, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who is their senior. I think he'll be fine. He had a good completion percentage of 65%, 12 touchdowns, and a few picks, so not too bad. I think he's going to be the anchor for that offense, being the quarterback, being a senior, having played a good bit of games. So I think he's going to be fine. And like I mentioned, the defense for both of these teams is what's going to be the real deciding factor in who is going to win this one. And, of course, for UCLA, you can't talk about their defense without mentioning Caleb Johnson, their linebacker, who was absolutely a 6'1", 230-pound monster, led the team with 44 tackles and 5.5 sacks last season. Also, 7 of those being for some tackles for losses as well. So he's not afraid to go after the quarterback. You also have great guys in your corners and your safeties. Your 2 safeties, you have Stephen Blaylock and Quantrez Knight. So I think that if you have all those guys on UCLA who are doing some good work, I think their offense is going to be fine. They're going to put up a good bit of points. And even though they didn't have the best record in 2020, did UCLA, I expect them to do a lot better this season. And the offense is finally starting to get things going. They're going in the right direction. And I think that having Greg Dulwich back as your best wide receiver is going to help out. He's 6'4", 242. So he's a good guy to carry your team on offense. You guys have rushers like, Brian Britton, who's going to be doing a good bit of work at the running back position as well. So overall, I'm going to chalk this one up to UCLA getting the win in this one. I expect this to be kind of a high-scoring affair, especially week one. I don't think these teams are going to be fully set just because, I mean, it's the first week. It's been a while since they played the game. So you're going to see some blown coverages. You're going to see some bad passes, maybe a fumble or two. It's not going to be perfect. But if I had to pick a winner in this one, I would go with the UCLA Bruins getting the first win for their 2021 season. But I expect it to be a close game. Like I said, it's going to be on August 28th. So Saturday, I think it's like 3 or 3:30. It's on ESPN, so everyone can watch it. It's going to be at the Rose Bowl Stadium, too, in California, out there in Pasadena. So it's going to be a great atmosphere. I know the fans are going to be out there cheering this game on. They get to see the Rainbow Warriors come into town. You get to see UCLA. So I think it's going to be a fun game, and I know I'm going to watch it personally. And I think that UCLA will get the win in this one. It's going to be kind of a closer battle. I expect UCLA to win by about 2 touchdowns. Okay. But I think they will get the win in this one and go to 1-0 on the season. But if you're a Rainbow Warriors fan, don't fret because it is just one loss. But I think they are going to have a better season for both these teams are going to be fine. But I got to give the edge to UCLA on this one in week one.
Absolutely. It's going to be exciting no matter what happens. We're going to get the Rainbow Warriors coming into town, flying in from Hawaii. That's going to be like at the Rose Bowl. I mean, what kid is not to like the August 28th? And we're talking about just a little over, 12 days. So, I mean, it's just exciting no matter what to get back to college football. I will definitely watch this game on TV because I'm just excited to see football back in the stadium. I would guess, they'll be at a certain capacity of crowd, but we'll still have in-person people at the stadium. It's going to be a lot of fun and really excited to see what happens with these guys. So for everybody watching, thank you so much. All of our game previews coming up, we love sharing these with you, and we want to know what games you're most excited about so that we can make sure to cover those games because there's a lot of games out there, and so we have to be selective about which ones we cover. So if you are super excited about seeing more Rainbow Warriors and Bruins coverage throughout the season, let us know. If there's other teams that you're super excited about, then please let us know in the comments. And if you are listening to us on the podcast, thank you so much. But if you're not listening to our podcast yet, please jump over and listen to it on our podcast, 100 Yards of Football. I actually enjoy listening to these so I can just hear the audio when I'm driving or I'm doing another task. It actually, I love doing that. I love watching the videos here along with us, and I go back and watch a lot of our historic videos. But, it's something great about being able to just have the audio and listen to it while you're doing your tasks on your day. Maybe you're cleaning your house, maybe you're working from home, maybe you're over at your office and you just need something to get you away from the environment around you. That's one of the best things about our podcast is we're going to be there with you, and we put a new podcast out pretty much every day. So you can jump in there, you can have new material to listen to, you can listen to classic episodes. We have hundreds and hundreds of classic podcasts already up, and you can go listen to all of those amazing ones, including previews of old teams like the 68 Chicago Bears with Vincent Turner, interviews with incredible legends like the Delray Beach Rocks over with Mr. Bobby Butler. And we just have these amazing videos we'd love to share with you. So thank you so much for listening to the podcast over on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Well, with the UCLA Bruins and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, this has been our preview of their game coming up on August the 28th with my dude, Mr. Logan Landers. We'll be right back with another live video.